if you will remember, we are back in the studio and we are recording live.
Hello everyone, I'm Sanvi.
And I'm Trisha.
Sorry, that's just one of our favorite songs.
It's so nice to see you all back here.
Welcome back to Sharada Samachar Lockdown Style.
How are you doing, Sanvi?
I'm not doing too great, considering we're stuck in a lockdown even longer.
That's true. COVID time has been a real kick in the teeth for all of us. Luckily, we are all wearing masks.
Oh, did you do the joke about the germ? Never mind. I don't want to spread it around.
Yes, I agree. Education has taken a completely different turn this time. We're all doing blended learning with both online and offline mode. I never thought I would miss school so much. Our Sharada Samachar group has never stopped calling from day one, and I'm so excited to present you with this year's events.
Unfortunately, Trisha, we were not able to do the activities but tried our level best. Now, let us listen to our beloved director, Sri Vidyananda Acharya's message. He is a good leader and responsibilities for success and failure of the school. He is one who occupies the highest position in our school. We are very proud of him.
My dear students, ladies and gentlemen, I am happy to give this message in the 10th edition of our Sharada Samachar, and I congratulate our team of teachers led by Ms. Sandhya, who is doing a beautiful manner to give the information to all the parents about our school activities. I would like to inform all the parents that at present school is very safe and we have taken all the measures to fight against COVID, and all the steps are taken to make the students stay very safe in our SRS campus. This particular Samachar is giving information to the parents about our school activities, the programs conducted, and the involvement of the students in different activities. I'm happy that parents they get to know about the functioning of the institution frequently. Once again, I appreciate our teachers' efforts, and I wish all the best to our students, and I wish this particular academic year to be very, very fruitful and enjoyable to our students. Thank you.
Thank you, sir, for your kind and inspirational words. We only have the highest respect for you in our hearts and greatly look up to you and learn from you. Now, I would like to hand it over to my friends Sanvi, Megha Prabhu, and Trisha M to present you with this month's events.
Microsoft Teams. It's hard to believe it's week 5 and it was a holiday time too. What a term it has been seeing all of us doing learning from school. We are very proud of everything that you all have done this term. We know what the teachers have planned for us. Everyone has worked really hard to make the learning from school, including our teachers and their preparations in online mode. We know many of you are doing fantastic job. We are very proud of you. As you know, we have been using Microsoft Teams in school to keep in touch with our teachers and to learn new things. For us, Microsoft Teams is a safe online place where we could get our work done and talk to our teachers. But learning has been a bit strange. We can't see our classmates and it's really quiet here. Also, we think the teachers explain the work better in person. But it's so important to stick to a schedule at home and as continuous learning.
Booster dose. India started its booster dose drive on January 10th, covering frontline and healthcare workers and senior citizens in the first phase. Within the 2 new shots, India now has 8 approved vaccines, 3 of which have been developed in the country. The country is currently using only 3 vaccines: Covishield, Covaxin by Indian firm Bharat Biotech, and Russian-made Sputnik V for its vaccination dose.
New Year greeting cards. Our students were very excited to make handmade greeting cards for friends and loved ones. With changing times, the concept of making handmade cards have become a thing of the past. But the feelings and emotions that a handmade card contains can't be replaced by anything else. Our 9th and 10th grade students made few fun and creative ideas for New Year. We appreciate the work done by our art teacher, Mr. Surendra Nair.
Class activities. Teaching is a noble profession, but teachers are considered the primary pillars of an education system. Without them, there would be no possibility of gaining knowledge and skills for growth. Our teacher, Mrs. Sandhyavi Baljekar, carried out activities for students of 6th and 7th grade with creative ideas in English and biology, monitoring and assessing individual students during regular teaching. Mrs. Irene Jivita too did some magic of numbers and pattern activities with 6th grade students in a fun way to engage them in the learning process. Mrs. Nivedita too did a certain presentation with Master Nandan of 7th grade, and discussion was held in class on the topics art and architecture and administrative system. In this way, students are engaged throughout the class. With the help of such teaching-related classroom activities in schools, students develop confidence and it improves their motivation, concentration, physical and knowledge skills.
Value education means teaching and learning of ideas. The aim is for students to understand moral values and show their behavior and attitude towards society. Classroom tested lessons for sustainability of interest and practicality in application in daily life. Attractively illustrated and designed books were made by our students, summing up each lesson with a reality check on the application of the elaborated value. I congratulate our teacher, Mrs. Sandhya V. Baljekar, for the values inculcated in students of grade 6th and 7th at a very tender age.
Do academic marks matter in life? The academic system in India gives an overwhelming importance to marks scored in exams. The marks play a very important role in the admission process of various graduation, colleges and institutions. Yes, academic marks do matter in life. It must be noted that good academic scores or grades are generally not the indicators of candidates' potential. Bill Gates and Mark Zuckerberg are the top examples stating that a college degree isn't important to become successful in life. Hence, academic marks matter in life. Yes, it's not the most important part of the future success. The marks of students were uploaded in SRS app.
Annual Sports Meet. Sports Meet or Day is an important event of the schooling that creates innumerable values in the life of a child. School Sports Day is a red letter day on the calendar. It's a day when students are freed from their classrooms to jump and run around, free from the letters of learning. It's a day of red faces and perspiration, where t-shirts of their respective houses and track pants are worn by all. It's a day for lots of action and smiling faces. It's a day for victories and defeats, for success and failures. Beyond the obvious health activity benefits, sports teaches us much about life. Moreover, it's a day for celebrating the spirit of sportsmanship, a person who hardly needs an introduction. It's our teacher, Mrs. Amrita Madam, who welcomed our prestigious dignitaries, Dr. M. Ramachandran, the Principal of Sharada Residential School, Raghupati Nakshatri, Principal of Sharada PU College, our Headmistress, Reena Upadhyaya, and the Coordinator of the meet, Mr. Gangadhar Khari. The cast has bid a short goodbye from the direction and has walked in the gates of SRS, visiting by its sides the scene hidden behind the mountains, to raise up its rooting here in the Ajakar ground of Udupi to relay the days of hand-hiding repetition of rehearsals, singing left, right, left. Marching, a movement, a progress, an advancement of leveling up, a painful course of change, a change from old to new, from customary to modern, postmodern. Our students are fantastic, marching to let us know the struggles of becoming what they are and what they want to be. It was not a mad exhibition of swaying of hands and striding of legs, but a display of our ever-growing skills and unconquerable wills. Every newborn soul on this earth is an empty lamp. In the preparation of carrying the lamp's oil to fill into the bowls, each one is blessed with their days of succeeding their works to dip the oil and keep them ready to receive light. The young lambs of SRS are molded with determination to carry their life on a great path. Their sport in achieving great things in life is holding a game which has taught them to create their lives with morals. We thank our principal, who always has been a constant source of inspiration and guidance and a silent pillar of strength behind our grand events. The magnificent efforts put in by our sports team consisting of Mr. Gangadhar Khari, Mr. Sukesh Pujari, Ms. Bhavya, Ms. Divya and Ms. Malti. These have toiled countless hours in their hearts and have sweated it out to bring forth the sportsmanship in our children. We extend a thank you to our zesty and fiery sports team. The efforts put in by our teachers in the execution of the events are praiseworthy. Youth Day. Talk to yourself once a day, otherwise you may miss meeting an excellent person in this world. Swami Vivekananda, with these words, inspired the youth to be self-conscious, and it is practiced in our school regularly. This day is also known as Yuva Divas. With the theme It's All in the Mind, the Youth Day, which commemorates the birth anniversary of Swami Vivekananda, our beloved director Vidyavanta Acharya shared a presentation with the parents and students on how to inspire them for making the world a better place. Our principal, Dr. M. Ramachandran, reminded our students that true guidance at school is like a small torch in the dark forest. It does not show everything at once, but gives enough light for the next step to be safe by quoting the famous monk and philosopher. People all across the nation celebrate this Youth Day as a festival. We at Sharada too celebrated this with annual day prize distribution ceremony for academic session 2021-2022. It was a time to applaud and reward the students for their sincere efforts for the previous academic session. The school honored all the achievers for having attained stating record in co-scholastic domain.
The ceremony commenced by involving God's blessing, followed by welcome address by our head boy Kuldeep. Our students bagged prizes in various activities like inter-house competitions, solo dance, essay writing, drawing, Sudoku, quiz, etc. NCC certificates were given to cadets by Mrs. Vinuta Acharya. Talent wins games, but teamwork and intelligence wins championships. Our students of SRS bagged championships, trophies, basketball, volleyball, cricket, etc. depending on their houses. The trophies were given away by our beloved principal, Dr. M. Ramachandran, to the house captains. It was indeed a proud moment not only for the recipients of the awards but also for their parents who had been invited to take part in the glory of their children's success. The whole event was at the closer speech. We might say thank you everyone for taking the time to be here today for this event. This was done by our head girl, Ms. Rasya. Padhe Bharat Abhiyan 2022, a 100-day reading campaign initiated by the Department of Education of School Literary. It is a reading campaign called Padhe Bharat, released on January 1st, 2022. This Padhe Bharat Abhiyan was launched by the Union Education Minister Sri Dharmendra Pradhan on January 1st. The campaign has been launched in line with the Education Policy 2020, which also promotes the culture of joyful reading among children by making sure that age-appropriate books are made available to the children for reading in their local, regional, tribal language. Advantages of the campaign: read books independently, develop critical thinking, vocabulary increases, ability to express both verbally and in writing increases. Our Sharada Residential School has a spacious and well-equipped library with around 3,500 books or medias that was easily accessible for the usage of the students. Our librarian, Ms. Anita Pai, placed a set of books periodically and other materials for reading, viewing as a set of room where books may be read or borrowed. Even in the digital area, there is no substitute for books. They are the source of knowledge and are the most important aspect of our education. Anita Pai, our school librarian, is a person who works professionally in a library, providing access to information and sometimes social or technical programs, and gives introduction to the users. Her key roles were to provide suggestion, help library users check books, delegate tasks, order new inventory from book supply companies. Library is a part of classes. She teaches children how to use the library database and makes students read encyclopedia, dictionaries, artifacts, storybooks, etc. Overall, she has a very good potential to be a good librarian. Our SRS too took the lead for 100 days reading campaign to reflect various kinds of activities like reading storybooks, narrating them, reviving them. Students were made to read storybooks in the night after dinner. The main coordinator for this was Mrs. Sandhya V. Baljekar, who was led by Mr. Pavan and Mrs. Anita Pai. Hats off to the magnificent teachers who did an awesome work. Parakram Divas. Karnataka state has decided to honor the great patriotic legacies of Netaji Subhash Chandra Bose by considering his 125th birthday anniversary throughout this year in school and colleges. Let's imbibe his values of patriotism and selflessness, love for the country to build a new India. National Handwriting Day was observed on January 23rd, encourages us to put pen to paper and write our thought. Handwriting is the writing done with a writing instrument such as pen or pencil in the hand. Handwriting includes both printing and cursive style and is separate from formal calligraphy. The term handwriting has come to be more or less restricted to mean a form of writing particular to each person. Identification of handwriting assumes great importance. Teaching writing is one of the great basic tasks of the elementary grades in all school systems. This emphasizes on correctness of letter, spacing of letter and words, etc. Thus, handwriting with pen and paper has an important role from early childhood. Though our adults' lives, but people are shifting from paper to electronic modes of communication. Now many personal computers have handwriting recognition capability, so that handwriting as means of interacting with computers is becoming more precise. Therefore, that even in this modern age, handwriting remains an important skill for communication. The process of handwriting promotes clear thought and natural structure. Being closer to the page means the translation of thought has less opportunity for deviation. Our SRS student on that day wrote informal letter that we usually write to friends, family and relatives. These letters was personal letter. Since the letter is informal, usually given by dear, how to write informal letter was addressed to students by our English department teacher Mrs. Anna. Student wrote physically in school as well as home. They wrote and uploaded in format in Microsoft Teams. Certificate will be given to all the participants and the winners will be informed.
Republic Day. Republic Day is celebrated across the country with all pageantry and splendor. The main celebration is held in the national capital, New Delhi, at Rajpath before the President of India. Like every year, this year too, the President presided over the parade and celebrations, albeit muted in the wake of pandemic's third wave due to the Omicron variant. COVID-19 has played spoilsport for yet another year as the centre had to reportedly cancel the plans. January 26 is also the Purna Swaraj Divas, the day Indian National Congress declared Independence Day in 1930. Furthermore, in our school we celebrated Republic Day in a short and sweet manner by flag hoisting by our beloved director Sri Vidyavanta Acharya, our principal Dr. M. Ramachandran and PU principal Sri Raghupati Nakshatri, with some entertainments like dance by my friends and speeches. Overall, the 73rd Republic Day was meticulously planned.
I thank Neha Patkar ma'am for organizing Republic Day systematically.
EP through the theme Vedas to Metaverse during the 73rd Republic Day parade. The front portion of the tableau depicted the rich tradition and glorious past of the country in the areas of education since ancient times, starting from the Vedas followed by the Gurukul education system.
Pro Kabaddi League, abbreviated to PKL, is a men's professional kabaddi league in India. It was launched in 2014 and is broadcast on Star Sports. The league's inception was influenced by the popularity of the kabaddi tournament at the 2006 Asian Games. Our physical education director, Mr. Gangadhar Karvi, attended a Bengre Kabaddi Premier League Season 1 in Mangalore with his team boys named Konkan Karvi Boys of 6 members, which was named as Durga Friends, and Mr. Gangadhar was the captain of the team. He is an icon player too. He won 3rd place in this event and bagged a prize of Rs 10,000. Hats off to our physical director, Mr. Gangadhar Karvi sir.
Vidya Poshak, Dharwad, organized a webinar for students in our school through Zoom. The topic was today's child. It was by Dr. Virupaksha Devramani, psychiatrist of Dr. A.V. Badiga Memorial Hospital, Udupi.
The school principal is the highest ranking administrator, usually shaping a vision for academic success for all students, creating hospitable climate to education, cultivating leadership in others, improving leadership in school. Now, let us listen to a beloved principal, Dr. M. Ramachandran's message.
Hi, dear parents, students, teachers, non-teaching staff and well-wishers of Sharada Residential School. It buffs me with immense pleasure and privilege to send my felicitation for the 10th episode of our news channel, Sharada Samachar. As you have seen the various events, activities, curricular and co-curricular activities, what is happening inside the campus, not only in classroom, even in sports field, hostels, even weekdays and off days. As our director sir also mentioned about the technology devices, and with the aid of technology devices, how SRH is coping up with the new pattern of teaching learning mechanism. As we know, the hybrid classes, not only the students, even the staff members are also upskilled, and they are doing their level best to make our learning as an enjoyable and entertainment one. So I congratulate Madam Sandhya and her team for bringing out our news channel, Sharada Samachar, to the maximum reachable. So parents are involving, they come to know in the modern age, in the COVID age, how children are learning and making a part of learning experience of the beloved one. Thank you. Have a wonderful day.
Thank you, sir, for your kind and motivational words. We are all inspired by how every time we hear you speak, we have something to learn and take away from it.
National Girl Child Day. National Girl Child Day is an initiative of the Ministry of Women and Child Development. National Girl Child Day is celebrated every year in India on 24th January. The day is celebrated to raise awareness about the rights of a girl and to promote the importance of the education, health and nutrition, save the girl child and create a healthy and safe environment for girls. Time for brain upgrade. Deccan Herald article by well-known researcher and author Elizabeth R. Richard. Some news from Udupi. At Udupi's new library, book lovers are spoilt for choice. The district's new library, built 20 cents in Ajirkat, is set to meet the varying demands including that of young users. The district and city library is merged into a single multi-storied library.
That's the serendipity. There's no guarantee what a child will learn from a book, and even if you think you know your child will, they'll often surprise you, says the famous author Ms. Shruti Rao, who has written books for children which can be reached through her website www.shrutirao.com and her article Trust the Serendipity in Deccan Herald, where she tells that you never know what a child will take away from any significant event in their life.
How are children coping up with the pandemic? Prolonged isolation has taken a toll on child's mental health. We need a better strategy to overcome the crisis. An article by Anupama Ramakrishnan of DHNS. DH Anupama Ramakrishnan speaks with Dr. Isha Sharma, Assistant Professor, Department of Child and Adolescent Psychiatry. Nimhans and highlights issue in children and how to deal in an interview, and the article has come in a Deccan Herald. It is hard to say what might work, but being open to trying out new things gives us chance. That's something will say Dr. Isha Sharma. There is no doubt that teachers, educationists are doing a wonderful job. All this work needs to happen to get the next generation to stand on their feet. All the schools have been doing a wonderful job of keeping children engaged, but children need their peer, not elder, to feel and laugh with.
Udupi feats to tap at Republic Day Parade with Kangilo folklore. Amid all the controversy surrounding the Republic Day Parade, there is some good news for coastal Karnataka. A team from Udupi will be performing Kangilo folklore dance at the Republic Day cultural program, which was held in New Delhi on January 26. Team Udupi Feats has been selected for performing Kangilo folklore dance on this national festival in New Delhi. The Udupi Feat team comprises of 14 students from MGM College and Purna Pragna College from the city.
Wow, well done, my friends. You were all amazing, and it was fantastic to hear about our school and things around us. We'll keep researching in the upcoming days.
Thank you everyone for tuning in to our 10th Sharada Samachar. See you all next month. I hope you have a good February. By the way, this year 2022 is a leap year in which the month February has 29 days instead of the usual 28.
I'm Sandy.
And I'm Trisha. Remember, Sharada Residential School keeps buzzing always.
Take care.
Bye everyone.